What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be discussing the Playmaker feature in Madden 18, and it's different from last year with only a subtle change. You no longer have to hold the L2 or the left trigger in addition to using the right analog stick. This year, it's only the right analog stick. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump into a game real quick. These are the play settings, all Madden. All Madden. My playbooks are the Tampa Bay Bucks and Oakland for defense. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pick a play where you can either, I don't know, it depends on the kind of scheme that you have. Right now, we're going to probably go, I guess we could go ahead and do slants or something like that. I just want to make it very simple for everybody that didn't really understand it. For most people that utilized it, it was kind of broken in Madden 17. Like, for instance, you would playmaker someone, and they wouldn't really go exactly where you wanted them, until, except if you were playing out of the tight formation. Sometimes they would actually lead up the field when you sent them upwards. This year, it's been a lot better. So what we're going to do is we're going to go random play with them. I'm going to go ahead. Let me move this ball back a little bit so that we can get a chance to show you guys what's happening. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my running back. Let me streak these two guys. I'm going to streak the outside guys. And then I'm going to put the running back on the blue route, which is just triangle. You're going to press his icon, which is R1. And then you're going to press down on the right stick, and that'll give you the blue route. If you need more help with exactly what specific hot routes are and how I do it so quickly and how some of the better Madden players do it quickly, I'll be glad to do a tutorial for you on that. Just let me know in the comment section. But right now, we're going to be showing you Playmaker. Understand that in Madden 18, they have something that's called target passing. So target passing is the new L trigger, the L2. That's why you don't have to hold that and use the right analog stick anymore, like you did in the previous year, because L2 is now target passing. So this is what's going to happen if you press L2. You see that? You see this little thing going on over there? It's going to do all that, and you have to direct it. Target passing, you know, it's something that I think it could have been put into the game a lot easier. As far as, let me just show you again what it does. And I'm going to try to get a pass completed with it before I go to the Playmaker. Pretty much what happens is my route right now, the main route is the box, right? Or square, or whatever you want to call it. So that's where the target icon is going to primarily be. That's where Ben Roethlisberger is going to be looking to go initially. So when you press R2, it's going to come up, and you got to lead him to where you want the ball to go. Right there, he just dropped it, but that'll be for another tutorial. I'm going to go right now and just show you what happens when you just use the right analog stick. What happens is this. I just streaked both those outside guys. I'm going to put R1 on the blue route right now. And then once I see how the play is developing, I'm going to press it up. You see how he goes up? That's the Playmaker feature. That's just the analog stick this year. So you don't have to use L2 and the analog stick. Now, you can always leave him in the block. And keep in mind, if you leave your running back into block, you have these slants going out. Right now, we have 4 receivers, including the tight end, going out on routes. The closest one to you is the one that's going to be Playmaker. Usually, right there, the triangle route was Playmaker. And that's why I usually use the running back, because sometimes the game can't really decide. Like, I would say that I was closer to James, right? But he didn't get Playmaker. Triangle gets Playmaker. So when you throw it to him, you know what I'm saying? You have to go ahead and gauge and lab which person is Playmaker. And I've been doing a lot of labbing behind the scenes. And what I've noticed is usually with the running back, when you put him on the blue route, when he goes out, he's always the one that's going to get Playmaker. So he's the safest one. Obviously, sometimes if you don't want to lead him up, it might take him too long. In this situation right here, I'm going to put him on the blue route again, but I'm going to Playmaker him to the inside this time. Okay, he's trying to block because it's a block and release. So if that happens, you're just totally screwed. If he's just really sitting in there the block, pretty much that's going to present a problem for you. So that's something that you're going to have to really, let me see, what does he have there? We're going to, okay, pass block. So if we put him on a blue route again, and he doesn't block this time and he goes out, we could pass lead him inside. And then what he does is he's going to still go upfield, but he's going to cut it inside a little bit. And then you can actually get some inside passes with that. There's a lot of different ways you could do it. But the bottom line is I'm getting sacked continuously by the Patriots, and I don't know why, because my O-line just doesn't care about my problems. But that's neither here nor there. So what we're going to do right now, I'm going to show you again. All you're using is the right analog stick. That's all you're using. You no longer have to hold L2 as well, like in the previous year. So that's the Playmaker tutorial. You could play around with it, come out in different formations, see which receiver or running back goes first. Because like I said, when you run the slant play, even though it looks like I'm closer, okay, right there, see, it goes to X. You have to look where which player gets a circle around him and which guy starts to move where you lead him up. because it varies right now. And I haven't really been able to decipher why they do the different things that they do. But this is just to get some information out to you guys to help you to understand exactly what's going on within the new gameplay. It is a lot more simplified as far as high pass, low pass, things like that. But they've added more things to the game, so that makes it a little bit more difficult for some people. But this is a little bit more simplified as far as the way the Playmaker goes. If you have any other additional questions, leave it in the comment sections. Hopefully this helps you to Playmaker and get out there on the gridiron and throw a hot dot when they think everybody's covered. Until next time, it's always one love.